Nation fans and K.L.P Worldwide fans, welcome back to the YouTube channel of K.L.P Entertainment. Yes sir, we're back live here on the Late Show with K.L.P. It's good to be back in front of the camera, and of course y'all, we've had a new camera put in for the studio here today. We're trying to film up to 4K. We're still kind of working on trying to get up to 4K, but we're trying to get better quality here on the channel for sure for my talk shows. Of course, not only with Alpha Live, but also on this show, Late Show with K.L.P. So hopefully, we're working on it right now, and thank you guys for tuning in right now for the Late Show of K.L.P. We're celebrating 9 years of K.L.P Entertainment. Can you believe it? I know. So 9 years ago, of course, most people say my spiel, and I say this all the time, but 9 years ago, I remember when I first started this show here. This was, this actually, when we started the talk show, it happened in 2013. But before that, I did like little shows, didn't have an intro, just, it was a press and go kind of thing, like press record and you just go for it, you just upload it. So, now that over the 9 years we've learned how to develop new ways and learn how to edit. Of course, editing was one of the things that we had to do here on the show, is learn how to edit and learn how to adapt and learn the new skills. And it was different. It was a good kind of different, but it was different. So I'm super stoked to be back here in front of the camera. Of course, we got that new camera set up, and it actually does look pretty good. I'm looking at it. This camera comes with kind of like a screen, so I can actually see myself. Whereas my other cameras, no, this is my other cameras, because I still have those cameras. I couldn't flip the screen around, but now with this screen, I can see it here, and I know which angle is right for us. So again, so stoked to be back here on the show of the Late Show with K.L.P. I know I've been kind of separated for that for a minute. I've been separated for that for quite a while because I've been focusing on Alpha Live, which, give it up for Alpha Live, y'all. That show has been kicking ass. So that show has been kicking ass for sure. It's been doing really, really well. And of course, we're going to be doing more of Alpha Live this week, so stay tuned for that as well. I really wanted to kind of dabble into, the Late Show with K.L.P. because this was the mecca of everything. This was the start of a new show, something very entertaining for you guys. So I'm just super glad to be back. Of course, we've got some more stuff to talk about here today. I'm going to be looking on, now how the way I'm going to do this show here, I'm going to be kind of looking down at my phone because my teleprompter, this is our teleprompter. I like to have notes here, but sometimes when I do my shows, I kind of forget what I was talking about, So we're just very, very excited for that, of course. So on to the news announcements, the mecca of the show here. Before we get to that, I'm sorry, y'all. If you haven't seen it yet, go see the movie Skipper and Carper Travel the World. They came out last month, and now we've had some good hits on it, so please go check that out. K.L.P Entertainment has been booming in the film industry lately. We're working on so many titles. We're working on Unpredictable 10. As you guys know, we're working on Unpredictable 10. We're working on this new movie called The Dark Matter. So The Dark Matter, you guys saw it on my Instagram. Dark Matter is a new short film, very, very, very short film, maybe about like 5 to 10 minute short film. We're going to be doing that, starting that soon, later on in the year, because Campus Movie Fest. I've done it last year, and we went to Campus Movie Fest last year, and this short film I did called Chartered Mafia made it at Campus Movie Fest last year. So now we're working on something new for this year. So I'm very excited for that. Dark Matter is kind of a fan-made Batman movie that, I wanted to put my own little take on the Batman series. So I'm going to be developing that movie. Of course, it's completely fan-made. All the material and the costumes and setup was originally designed from DC Comics, so I got to give them their shout-outs because they were the one who made it. I just, of course, animated it, made up the Batmobile and the Batsuit by my image and by other Batman scales into Blender. We use Blender for some of our animation, so of course we're blending it up and we're making it a little twist on it. So all props go to DC for sure. But we're working on Dark Matter. And then we're working on Alpha Live and stuff, and more video content for you guys daily on the channel. So we're working on so many good things. Very, very excited to talk about the news, and hopefully I don't sound too stuffed up here on tonight's show. Pollen is a bitch, y'all. It really is a bitch. I hate pollen. So we're going to talk about some news announcements here, the mecca of the show here. Of course, Android has this new downloaded malware malfunction on some of the Android phones. Thank God I don't have an Android phone. The only Android device I have is it's a Samsung tablet that I use to animate and edit photos as well. But I really don't use that tablet anymore because I do have an iPad that we've got an expense report for that. So it's really good to see that Apple doesn't have any malware malfunctions, but Android, they're really going through it right now, and I hope they're better with it. Android is the new thing right now. With the new Samsung Galaxy phones coming out, and then of course they're developing ways to bend the phone. So very very it's interesting to see that show. It's interesting to see how that's going to work for the phones, for sure. Very very excited for that, of course. Now, there's our three best iPhone lenses. Of course, they're coming out with new ways for iPhone lenses for photography. So, most of us are photographers out here. Most of the people know about this. So, photography on phones has become the newest, grandest skill of them all. So, to tell you guys a little secret, if you've seen my Instagram lately, Kennedy Lucas K.L.P. Gosh, I have so many media accounts. So if you go to Kennedy Lucas K.L.P., you guys seeing that of course the new haircut. I'm digging it. The new haircut design. Of course, we've been doing some photos lately. We did exclusive photo shoot for Element magazine for April's edition, April's issue, but. Phone photography on phones has become the greatest commodity right now. I'm kind of the old school photographer. I still do photography for my Sony camera that I bought a couple years back. I still do photography on that, but nowadays it's more of photos on your phone, photography on your phone. When I go to do my photo shoots with either my brother or friends, we're often using our phones right now because we have the newer phones. Like this is the iPhone XS. And photography is really, really efficient on your phones than it is on the actual camera. So that's going to be the new thing right now. And these companies, they're understanding the commodity of it. So they're putting ways. Now these lenses here, I wish I can. Well, maybe I can split the screen so I can show you these lenses here. So cool. It's interesting to see how they're going to put that on the phone. That must be very small. So looks like you have to be very, very careful with that. With those lenses because it's a very very small lens that you can go on your phone, and this is exclusively for iPhone. Of course, iPhone is the one of the number one mobile phones right now is the iPhone. Most majority of people have those. So those are going to be the new lenses that you can put on your phone. That way you can quality and prioritize your photography. It's interesting to see how that's going to do it. I'm stoked about it. I'm very very stoked about trying to see how that's going to work. For sure, y'all. That's gonna kick off really well. I think people are going to like that for sure for those new lenses. So very very exciting to see that, and I'm excited for that right now. So speaking of technology, there are some deals here, y'all. Of course, it's very top favorite deals on Beats. Razors, iPhone SE. I still have my iPhone SE. I actually paid it off. And of course, I got so many good deals because there's the Beats Studio 3 wireless headphones are $70 off. That is a good steal for it. Of course, you can buy the Beats for now around $280, where they kind of market that retail to be a little bit over $300 because they're good quality headphones. How the way I do it, y'all, I'm not gonna spend too much on headphones. I've had some real cheap headphones in my lifetime. I had like $20 headphones, and even in our studio we have about three headphones, so we have a total of six. But three of the headphones are like $20 headphones, like very inexpensive, but they work just as fine. So again, it's about what your listening preferences. My friend Sadiq, actually, I listened to one of his headphones he got from Amazon for $50, and it's actually pretty nice. I actually want to. I want to actually get those pair that he has because that's really nice sounding. They're really good quality for $50. Now, I would never spend over $300 for some headsets. That's not me. I would never do that. Some people do. I personally wouldn't do it because that's a lot of money. I have bills. Most of us have bills and things to take care of. That's more efficient than just some headphones. So I wouldn't splurge so much on those kind of headphones, but it's interesting to see what they got going on right now. So another deal is the wireless charger, y'all. Excuse me. It's the Zill Sound 10-watt charging for a charging pad that's wireless. You can charge your Apple phone and your Apple iWatch on it. So it's just very interesting to see how they're going to do that for sure. For the technology as well. So we're going to continue on, y'all. For, of course, I like to talk about this stuff. This is what we do on previous late shows with K.L.P, but now that we're back, I can officially talk about it, of course. Now, this kind of goes to Netflix, but I'm kind of leaning towards Hulu for this episode because there are shows that I'm currently watching right now. Y'all, comment below or screaming out loud right now. What do you think of the season of Empire? Yes. So, y'all, it's official. Season 4, I believe. It's kind of weird how they have that divided. So, season 4, if I'm not mistaken, between 4 or 5, I don't know how they do it. But this current season that we're watching right now, this season's actually pretty good. It's decent. It's something to watch for sure. It's very, very decent this season. Now, with Empire, I know, I remember, I can take you way back. My mom actually got me interested in the show Empire. We watched season 1 and season 2. Season 1 and season 2 was a very, very good season. And season 3, season 4 haven't been a great season for Empire. I think the rush was on and they really saw potential for the show. So I think they just kind of ran with it, and then it just kind of got off track a little bit. So that's why those seasons kind of suck, and that's why some of the fans lost interest in the show Empire for season 2, season 3, season 4-ish, because those seasons haven't been good. Honestly, I can say that not Empire's best work, but with season 5 out now, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what is gonna happen to Andre, of course. Andre in this season has cancer, lymphoma cancer, and of course he's getting sick. So he's getting treatment, so I'm interested to see, is he the guy that's in the casket? You know, in the beginning of the season, beginning of this season and the last ending of that last season, it shows like little videos of Lucius Lyon looking at a casket in a church. So someone dies in this season. We just don't know who. People were saying, does Cookie die in this season? But I think maybe Andre. Because it kind of leads up to it. He's getting sick, and cancer is a very, very serious thing, to happen to someone. So I kind of lean towards maybe Andre, or it could be Jamal. You know, it could be Jamal that they're trying to do it, because they did say with Jamal's little situation he got going on, they did say for the last 2 episodes he's going to be cut off from those last 2 episodes of the season. So it could be Jamal playing out the role because of Jamal's situation. Even though now that the charges got dismissed and he's not going to jail anymore. So it's a lot of things that they have to think about now. It's a lot of new durations, a lot of different things they're thinking about for the show. So it could be that. So we just keep on watching the show Empire. And we'll do kind of a final season wrap up for this for the late show of K.L.P. So that's gonna do it for today's show. Hopefully you guys enjoy this little comeback show that we do here, late show with K.L.P. Please stay tuned for the channel this week, y'all, because we've got a lot of new videos coming out. Of course, you guys been loving Gordon Martin, Aaron Reed, and Martha Givens, their segments on the channel. So we're trying to become that media label where I'm giving the throne to other people. I'm sharing my channel to other people. So that's kind of how the business is going right now. So stay tuned for their snippets. Of course, stay tuned for K.L.P in the morning and K.L.P in the evening this week for this week's shoutouts and more videos to come out for later on in the channel. So, and also stay tuned for this week for Alpha Live. Of course, Alpha Live's newest season, new episodes coming up this week. Of course, this is an ongoing series, so stay tuned for this week's show as we talk about more stuff on that show. So that'll do it, y'all. Stay tuned for the channel of K.L.P Entertainment. This has been The Late Show with your host, K.L.P. Logging out.